Hello, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be my introduction to my Graveyard Project pan for 2025. It's been a while since I've done this. I definitely didn't do it in 2023. I might have done it, I think I did it in 2022. That was the only year I ever did this project, at least on YouTube. I might have done it on Instagram in 2021. But you probably know what this project is if you're watching it, but just in case, this is a project created by Emily from Emily and Max, who also created Duck of Panning. She created Clean Your Pans, but I don't think she ever brought that project back. But she's just done a lot of really fun projects, and she has a really fun channel. So go subscribe to her if you're not already and you're interested in watching this type of content. But this was a project she created years ago that's all about just getting use on those sort of neglected items, I would say, or items that for one reason or another it's just difficult to work on. This is called the Graveyard Project pan because it has two categories. It has kind of like a spooky theme. The first category is called Resurrection, which is just bringing back, I think originally, don't quote me on this, but I think originally it was supposed to be bringing back a project that you did not meet your goal on in a previous project and then trying to hit your goal on that product, or just making a new goal on that product that you didn't hit your goal on previously. Anyway, I think you get it. But I think now people just kind of do like something that has previously been in a product, they put it into this one. Unfortunately, every time I have done this project, including this year, I've had enough products to put into the Resurrection category that I did not meet my goal on, so I kind of always do it that way. But I think you can just do it kind of however you want. But the second category is called Collecting Cobwebs, and that is just a neglected item or something that's collecting dust, i.e. collecting cobwebs. Like, cobwebs are gathering on the product because they're so neglected. You haven't looked at or touched them in forever, or maybe you never have. Maybe it's like an Oh the Shame product. It's also something that Emily created, and I actually do have one product in here that could be categorized as an Oh the Shame product, kind of, but anyway, let me not ramble like I always do. This is a 6-month-long project. It starts the last day of April and it ends the last day of October, or Halloween. You know, we're sticking with the spooky theme. And instead of monthly updates, it's every 2 months, which is nice because I personally am very overwhelmed with projects, especially with just recently moving. I barely even was able to get this filmed in time to put it up. But yeah, we update every 2 months, so in 2 months I will bring you my first update. And I stick with kind of, I feel like the most common thing. I'm already getting tongue-tied. I stick with the most common theme, which is again the spooky theme of having 6 items in. And I know most people do this rolling style, but I have this just as easy as I can get it. So I have 6 items total. Once they roll out, I don't replace them with anything, and that's one of the reasons I really like this project, is because it's only 6 items over a 6-month span, and you can set any goal that you want on any of your products. I feel like I kind of got around to everything, but in case I forgot, I will leave Emily linked in the description box, but I'll just get started with my introduction. And every time I've done this, I have 3 Resurrection products and 3 Collecting Cobwebs products, and I'm doing that again this year. I'll start with Resurrection. So the first product is something that I'm wearing right now. It's my Atomic Makeup Silky Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Keepsake. This was in my That's So 2000s project pan, round 3, which had its final round. It just ended a few weeks ago, and now I'm bringing it back already. The item, not the project. That one's done for. But I'm bringing this back already because I just really love it. I mean, I'm wearing it now. I've been wearing it since that project ended because I just love this so much. It's one of my favorite lipsticks in my collection. My goal in that project was to finish it, and as you can see, of course, I did not meet that goal. Liquid lipsticks are just very, very difficult to use, and that was actually the prompt that I put it in for, a never-ending product. So I'm going to try in the next 6 months to actually finish it. Usually when I put products in for Resurrection, I make it my goal to like finish up the goal that I wasn't able to hit. The other two I'm not doing that with, but for this one I do just want to finish it, have it out, because I've had this since I think 2021. I didn't even start panning it until last year, and because I love it so much I don't want it to expire. I can't get this anymore. Atomic Makeup unofficially is out of business, but I do feel like I do see the light at the end of the tunnel. So when I did my That's So 2000s finale, I don't think I had any windowing in this product, but now I feel like I have a ton of windowing, which I didn't even notice until I grabbed it to put in this project right before sitting down to film this. I don't know if that like just appeared today because I have been wearing this all day. Also, if I'm looking a little, I don't know, if I'm looking a little run down and frizzy, it's because I did my makeup a long time ago, and in between doing my makeup and filming I got rained on. I always get rained on when I don't do my makeup right away. I think it's like the universe punishing me. Anyway, I don't really remember what I was saying, but yeah, I do have windowing, so hopefully within the next 6 months I can actually finish this. I feel like also it'll be easier to wear this because I'm going into warmer months, and wearing a warmer lipstick is kind of just more natural for me. I like to dress and wear my makeup with the seasons as much as possible. My next product was also in my That's So 2000s, but it's a product that I vetoed, so I willingly took this out because I knew I was never going to hit my goal. This is the Versace Dylan Turquoise perfume, and this is clearly just like a tiny little deluxe sample. My goal is to finish this, and after a month I was like, no, that's never gonna happen. This perfume is so stinking strong. Like, it's good, I love it, which is why I bought actually a full-size set of it, but it would take me forever to finish this, which is why I'm not going to make that my goal for this. I've decided if I have a usage goal on anything, I'm going to make it a 13 use goal, since 13 is, you know, also a spooky number to some people. So my goal will be to use this 13 times, and I think, well, I know within 6 months that I will be able to use it 13 times, but I just have no idea how long that will take me because I'm panning so many other fragrances at the moment. So 13 use goal on this, and then also the final product for the Resurrection category is another fragrance that will also have a 13 use goal, and this is my Rihanna Rogue Love body spray. This is also one that I took out of a project, but I swapped it. So this originally at the very beginning of the year was in my 25 and 2025 project, but I just realized, first of all, it was going to take me forever to finish a full-size body spray because I'm currently, where I marked it for the project is I'm right here. And then also because this is so old, because I didn't have this for like 2 years straight, it's a long story. But anyway, in those few years this kind of expired on me. I don't want to say it smells like really bad, but it's starting to smell a tiny bit like alcohol, which is how I always know a fragrance is going bad on me. Just in case you didn't know, if you ever want to test like whether or not your fragrance is going bad on you, the two most common signs are either it will get cloudy or it will start to smell like alcohol, and this is starting to smell a little bit like alcohol, so I didn't want to have to use it the entire year constantly and be smelling that all the time. It still does smell nice, and after a bit the alcohol smell does go away, but I just didn't want to have to force myself to use the entire thing. So my goal again will be a 13 use goal, and probably by then I'll decide whether I want to keep it or just declutter it if it's not worth keeping. Now on to my collecting cobwebs category, which I'm actually most excited about. I mean, of course, these are all products that I have neglected for one reason or another, so I'm glad that I'm actually giving myself an opportunity to use this, even though I can use, I always say this, like I can always use any product I want at any time, but if you're a panner, you know how it is. You kind of just get caught up in your panning, and sometimes you can neglect stuff. So the first product that I picked out, which I knew needed to go in this project, is my Danessa Myricks eyeliner. This is I actually don't know what this eyeliner is called, but it's her duochrome eyeliner in the shade Amethyst, and I'll give you a swatch. This is what it looks like, and if I can remember correctly, because I bought this a few years ago, it's really bad, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a green purple duochrome. Oh, there it is. There's the flip, but it's kind of hard to see because the line is so thin. Let me show you how skinny this eyeliner is. For an eyeliner pencil, it's fairly small, and there's also not as much product as I feel like a normal like twist up eyeliner would have, but to try to finish this in 6 months will still be, you know, a challenge. And yeah, my goal is to finish this. I was gonna put a 13 use goal, but I was like, probably in 13 uses I'll at least be like halfway through finishing this, hopefully. And it's so old, and it was like fairly expensive for how much product is in here that I just want to use it before it potentially goes bad. I don't know how long these last. So yeah, my goal will be to finish this, and I'm really excited to use it because the pictures online just look so beautiful, and I'll probably mostly use this as like a liner for my lower lash line. I've been pretty much wearing like a special eyeliner on my lower lash line every single day since I put my, I think it's called Double Life, my Urban Decay metallic eyeliner in my That's So 2000 project. I just realized how much I like doing that, so I'll probably be using this for that purpose mostly, but maybe on some days when I don't want to have to fuss with my makeup, I'll just put on like a duochrome eyeliner wing and some mascara and be done with my makeup. Next in this category is a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, and I don't know if I said this, I can never remember, but I don't know if I said this in my official like 2025 panning goals video, but it is my goal this year, and I think last year as well, to hit as many pans in my Super Shocks as possible because I have so many of them. I think I have like at least 13 for sure, and these go bad, or not bad, but they dry out very easily and very quickly, especially if you don't have the cap on super tight, and sometimes I forget to close them super tight, and then of course I neglect them, which is why it's in this category, and I don't realize until it's too late when I finally pull it out that it's dry. And I also just really love the ColourPop Super Shock shadow formula. That's why I have so many of the shades. It's just like one of the best eyeshadow formulas that's on the market in my opinion. So I do actually want to use them, and then later down the line I'll repurchase any that I do want to have like permanently in my collection, but for now I kind of just want to get some good use on all of them and have fun with them. So for this one, this is the shade Rose Garden. It's just a purple like sparkly metallic shade. It's really pretty. This is what it looks like. It looks a little bit washed out, but it is so pretty. I already do have some use on it, by the way. The pan, like, oh, now it's not doing it, of course, but okay, I swear I'm not making this up. I feel like my products always want to make me look like a liar, but this is, it does fall out of the pan, which is why, another reason I want to pan this one specifically. But my goal will be kind of what my goal has been the entire year so far with panning these. Hit pan and wear away the imprint that all Super Shocks have. So I feel like I could probably do that in maybe 5 uses because it does already have a few uses on it. Then my final product in this project is my e.l.f. Skin Sun Touchable Whoa Glow SPF 30, and it says sun protection and makeup primer, which is probably what I'll use it for, and it's in the shade Sunbeam, but this is completely unused. I've gone through a few of these before, so I know what it's like, and I know like exactly how I like it and how I'll use it. I use this both as just like an all-over sunscreen if I'm not wearing makeup, and as like a kind of like second primer over my pore filling primer, which I've talked about previously. So even though I've used a few of these before, this tube specifically has, sorry if you can hear the stomping, I live under a kid like in the apartment above me who loves to stomp around all day. But I've had this tube for probably like at least a year now, and I haven't used it. And this is what the shade Sunbeam looks like, by the way. It is too light for me, like too light, but it shears out quite a bit, and I'm sure I'll just be putting my foundation over it most days anyway. But yeah, this is the perfect opportunity to put this in a project, because just a few days ago I finished the like little glowy sample packs, like just little samples of glowy products that I was using as like a second primer. So I don't have any that I'm currently using. I've just been using my pore primer, but I do want to have something a little bit glowy. And I also need to this is really bad, do not do what I do. I'm not super great about wearing sunscreen, and I'm trying to get better, but I've noticed that really the only way I can get myself to wear sunscreen every single day is if I have it as like a primer. So even though I had tons of products that could fit in this collecting cobwebs category, unfortunately, I just wanted to put this in because it's a little extra incentive to use this. But after that, that's all I have for my Grayberry Project Pan introduction. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Emily for creating this amazing project. She's so good at that. So again, check her out if you haven't. But I will just see you in my next video, and until then, I hope you have a great day. Bye.